On the phone with me is Tracy Bettenhausen. Tracy is a employee at Basin Electric Power Co-op. She works with Basin Today. You read that magazine, editor and a senior staff writer. She's going to tell us a little bit about some of the fun things they're doing at Basin. A lot of activities that are happening that are really great give-backs for the community. So it's kind of nice. We all know Basin. You've heard that name. You couldn't possibly not know it. I mean, there's 2,300 Basin Electric employees, 500 in Bismarck alone, and they sell electricity to like 3 million folks, North Dakota, New Mexico, Montana, Minnesota, South Dakota, Wyoming, and Iowa customers. So a lot going on. We know the plants, 3 of the lignite-based plants that Basin Electric owns and operates in North Dakota. That's Antelope Valley Station, Leland Old Station, Great Plains Synfuels plant. So like half of the lignite mined in the state every year is consumed by Basin Electric. So they do a lot. And I think most of us know bits and pieces of that. What I had no idea is how they're really great about give back and how they have a wonderful opportunity for their employees to have a little fun doing it. So Tracy's going to tell us about that. Tracy, how are you today?
Oh, good, absolutely. So Basin Electric is a cooperative, and, that is our business model, and co-ops exist in their communities in order to help fill needs. And so our commitment to community is one of the ways that we can fill needs in the communities in which we live and work, and concern for community is actually one of the 7 cooperative principles that we try to live by. And, we're doing a lot of fun stuff. The one that's most near and dear to my heart is our Basin's Backyard Garden, which this year we're in our 5th year. We're going to be planting it hopefully next week, Thursday, is our plan, as long as the weather holds out. And kind of the way this started was we were having lots of retirements at Basin about 5 years ago, and trying to incorporate new employees into, what does it mean to work for a cooperative? What's the cooperative philosophy? And we were talking about that, and plus we were kind of talking about the new food co-op that was starting up in Bismarck. And, that was kind of one of those things that was kind of new and trendy, and, people were all excited about the food co-op, and we got to talking food and co-ops, and all of a sudden we had this idea. We have all of this green space on the campus at Basin Electric. Why don't we take a piece of it and grow a garden? And then guess what? We can grow the vegetables and donate them to local food pantries. And so what started as, a fairly small garden, and we had about 10 gardeners at the time, all employees who do the work on their breaks and during their lunch hours. What started as a fairly small garden, I think we've tripled in size by now. We have like a good core group of about 20 volunteers who help all the time, and we have another about 20 who are able to help on and off throughout the summer. In the last 4 years, we've been able to grow and donate more than 2,200 pounds of vegetables to local food pantries.
Buckets, that's incredible.
Yes.
I mean, and that's what I'm talking about in the way of a give back. That's phenomenal. But I have to say, my wheels are turning the whole time you're talking. What a neat way for people to meet other employees. Obviously, Basin's big. You got a lot of employees, about 500 some in Bismarck alone. But now you're out there and also healthy. Nice little break from the otherwise, cubicle world and everything else. So, do people love it? Do they talk about it and love it?
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, what a great way to be able to get to know people from different departments or even from some of our other locations. We have a building right across the street at Basin that we have employees in. We have more employees in another building beyond that. And so this was a chance for some of those employees to get over to headquarters campus more often and actually meet some of the people that they might only email with or have phone conferences with for the most part, to meet each other outside. Our summers are so short. And so to be able to say, we're going to have a garden harvest today. I need to get out there. What a great just excuse to be able to get out and get your hands in the dirt. And I have to say that 2,200 pounds, we have grown a lot of herbs and lettuce, which does not weigh a lot. So you have to also consider that some of that poundage is very, very light vegetables. This year we're specifically going to try to go for some of the heavier stuff. We're going to do more potatoes, more sweet potatoes, some corn this year, kohlrabi. So we're very excited about that. And I have to say, on top of growing vegetables for local food pantries to be able to help out people, who can't maybe, have a garden on their own, we also, for the last 3 summers, ours have set up a program so that employees can choose to wear jeans all summer long. And so an employee could pay $125. They get to wear jeans all summer long. And then that money will go to, we've had different organizations over time, but we've chosen the Great Plains Food Bank for the last couple of years, and we've raised nearly $50,000 for the Great Plains Food Bank just in the last 2 years.
That is really cool.
Which I think is incredible.
It is. I mean, that's a lot of dough, and you know what? Mm-hmm. It proves people love their jeans. I'll pay $125. It goes for a great cause, and maybe even motivates a few to wear the jeans to work just because they know it's going for a great cause. We love our jeans,
Absolutely.
But that's neat to be able to do that together. What other kinds of things do you do?
So, I mean, we've been focusing quite a bit on the hunger issue over the last few years. So employees have been volunteering the first and third Thursdays of every month at a new local soup cafe, the Heaven's Helpers Soup Cafe. So that's a lot of fun. We've been partnering up with the United Way Backpack program for the last several years. This year, we helped pack 8,500 pounds of food into 1,000 backpacks. And where those backpacks go are to local schools, because there's so many children who go home over the weekend and then don't get anything to eat or anything nutritious to eat. And so the kids get the backpacks on Fridays, they take them home, it's peanut butter and stuff like that they're able to eat on their own, and it keeps them nourished throughout the weekend. So that's another thing we're really proud of. Other ways we help, of course, are, the Rebuilding Together Day and United Way's Day of Caring. We have a lot of employees who like to use their particular skills to be able to help out the community, and we're really proud of that.
What does it do for morale? What is your sense of doing everything you just described there, from the backyard garden to the casual for a cause, wearing the jeans, the soup cafe, mm-hmm. and the backpack program? And I mean, the collective effort it takes for that is obviously by the employees, and write a check here for the jeans or get out in the garden or whatever. But what does it do for morale? What does it do for the culture at Basin?
Well, I think because people, we live where we work, and when we see needs in our communities that we are able to help meet, and we know that our employer is supportive of that, and especially if we're able to do it on our lunch hour or do it on our breaks, or if they'll give us a day, to go out to do the United Way Day of Caring, that means so much to know that you have the support of your employer in helping out, because, it's in all of our best interest to have a good, strong community, and we're so blessed here at Basin. If we can help out and then get to know each other through some of these activities, like I might know Chris down the hall and, work with him day to day, but I might not know he's very good with a table saw, and that's something I might learn at the Rebuilding Together event. So I think it does a lot for morale and keeping everybody's spirits up, and especially the summer events, being able to get outdoors during the summer.
That is really neat. Now, you mentioned earlier the garden for this year, things starting to crank up, getting all prepped up and ready to go for the fifth year?
Yeah. Yes. We had our meeting a couple of weeks ago, and we have a good, strong group again who are excited to get going on that. So we'll be planting next Thursday as long as the weather holds out, and we're hoping for a bumper crop this year. Sounds
fantastic. Tracy, thanks for the update. Thanks to all the folks at Basin that do this and participate and give back in that way and make a difference. That's a lot of give back. That's a lot of love from the folks at Basin Electric. So appreciate that very much. Nice chatting with you.
Yes, good to chat with you.
Tracy Bettenhausen, our guest.